All right, questionables. We already picked the question this week because we wanted to make a segment about it. Everyone give an example, if they have it, of the Mandela Effect. For those who don't know what the Mandela Effect is, Ashley, I'm sure you have a definition.
I do. So basically, they're events that have been collectively misremembered by thousands of people. They say it's because it's caused by the merging of timelines, because our time is not linear as we think it is, but it's still a continuous flow. So it's based off Nelson Mandela and his death, and the fact that people to this day still think two different things happened.
Yes.
So,
Or like whenever you've seen a celebrity that is announced on the news to die, like say Abe Vigoda, and you're like, wait, didn't they die like 5 years ago or something like that? But like, the big one is Sinbad and Shazam, or what is it?
okay, so that was one of
Shazam.
the ones that I had found. So there's Shazam with Shaq, but actually in the movie he's called Kazam. And then a lot of people are thinking that Sinbad was actually the one in that movie. And then,
well, no, wasn't there an actual movie made with Sinbad though?
Because
no, there wasn't. Not in our timeline now. Even though one person did provide evidence of a VHS tape from like the 90s with it, it never actually happened.
then they ended up making the movie because of all this talk about it.
Yeah, they make a spoof on it and like that.
Yeah.
so I thought
I was like, what,
that Sinbad had done one of those
No.
movies at some point.
So does anyone have any like personal examples of the Mandela Effect?
Well,
Look
I
at
always
me every
thought,
day.
I always thought and pronounced and heard it being pronounced as Berenstein Bears.
Okay, so
That's one of them.
Yeah.
And it's the Berenstein. If you look at it, it's spelled Berenstein Bears. And you're like,
Mhm.
what? It's Berenstein Bears.
Or
Right?
So
Febreze.
there's Sheyne and there's Stein.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that because Stein is more common, everyone just kept hearing that. But they also say that it's possible that it's proof that there's a parallel universe because we have Stain somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually like evidence, there's like video evidence of Stain still existing. Oh, and then there's Sex in the City versus Sex and the City.
I remember being Sex in the City, and then all of a sudden someone corrected me, and I go, no.
Yeah.
And you know me, I don't like to be wrong, and I was wrong.
That it was Sex and the City.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
gonna ask Christina, but she's probably sleeping.
Oh,
Is it Sex and the
Shane, you
City
might
or
like
Sex?
this one. Because I did some research on a few of them.
I know.
They say that it's no, I am your father, but the pop culture reference is Luke, I am your
I don't
father.
think that's one of them. I think that's just people who
Oh,
aren't
it
in
is.
the know.
I watched the clip. He literally says, no, I am your father. And
Yeah, I know. It's not Luke, though. It's not Luke I am.
No,
your father.
right.
It's no.
No.
So
Yeah.
everyone
Pop
references
culture,
it
everybody
as
thinks.
Luke.
I
Yeah.
think that's like Beam Me Up Scotty. He never actually said that on the show.
Yes. So they
Yeah.
say variations of Beam Me Up
Yeah.
Scotty. But
Scotty, beam
never
me up.
that.
But yeah. Oh, well, actually, one of my Mandela effects is related to Star Trek. In the motion picture, which was 10 years shot after the original series, takes place 2.5 years. The new Enterprise, the refit Enterprise, was just the NCC 1701. But I remember growing up that it was NCC 1701A. And then when they had the A in Star Trek 4, I was like, wait a second, it was already the A. And all of a sudden, people are like, no, Shane, that never happened. I'm like, but I have a model of it with the A. And that was the only proof I had that it was already the A, and it wasn't. But I have met certain Star Trek fans who also remember that differently. And so that's my personal experience with it.
I don't think I have a personal one. I think I'm always just very confused if I remember things correctly or not.
I'm
I-
so easy to second guess myself
Right.
too. So you're like, oh no, it's this way. It's like,
Everybody
oh
else
okay.
saying certain things. Like one of the examples I found was Osama bin Laden and how he had been killed like 1 year, and then they talk about killing him another year, and everybody's like, well, wasn't he dead already?
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
gonna say
I've never
something
heard
about
that
his name being a Mandela effect.
I'll actually send you guys the video that I watched afterwards. But
Please do.
it talked about a few of them, like Mr. Rogers. He actually say it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Oh,
What?
I thought it
No,
was
he
in
doesn't.
the
It's
neighborhood.
a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for
It's
everybody.
always
Say this.
Would you be mine?
He doesn't.
Would you
No.
be mine?
Yeah, again, I watched the
I've
video where he
always
actually says this.
Nobody?
Well,
That was like one time out of all the times he's aired those episodes.
What, did he
Remember?
zip up his sweater too
Just
far?
like
No. I've always wanted to be in a neighborhood with you.
So, what about
So
Hello Trees?
let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
My neighbor.
Won't you please? Please won't
Those
you be?
puppets though are freaky.
I'm not
looking,
done
so-
yet. Please won't you be
Won't you please, my neighbor?
my neighbor? Hello, neighbor.
Ew.
Yes, those puppets is terrifying, like Missy Lane, who looked like Miss Fagman from MS 180.
Anybody else have anyone?
I always thought the original Mandela Effect was people thought they saw him being freed from jail.
Yes. So
Not
originally
him
it was
dying.
that he died in jail, and then the other one is that he was freed from jail and then later died from, I think, like cancer or some like pancreatic related thing.
You ever see that Chris Rock joke about him getting divorced?
Nelson
He's like-
Mandela.
He's like, let me tell you how bad it is to be with a woman. Nelson Mandela. He spent 25 years
Oh,
in
I
jail,
did see that,
getting
yeah.
beat every day, 10 times a day, starved, beat. He gets out of jail, 2 years he's divorced. This man can take beatings, but he can't take a woman. I love Chris Rock. Everyone here believe in multiple dimensions, though, in parallel dimensions, and that every decision we make, from the smallest thing, like me deciding to do this instead of this, shoots off into a parallel dimension?
Logical to me. I'm also the one that loves that they're coming up with this multiverse kind of situation.
I
in,
knew you'd make it
the
about comics.
MCU.
I'm too ignorant to be asking those kind of questions. I'm Nicki Minaj in this situation, where I think, I mean, is it possible? I guess anything's possible, but you know, I mean, I'm not gonna fight it if it is. But I've seen no sign of it. But I'm, you know, no scientist, so.
Balls?
I don't believe that there's parallel universes and stuff like that. I will agree, though, that I do believe that maybe it's just the way I am, but sometimes I feel like, oh, if I was there, you know, maybe this thing wouldn't have happened, or maybe that thing wouldn't have happened. Like, do I think I could have prevented 9/11? No. But, you know, if, you know, I mean, I told my brother this once, and he said I was fucking nuts. But if I was at a Yankee game and literally yelled something to the batter, maybe something would have changed, or you know what I mean, like whatever. But my brother just, you know, like.
I get you.
I mean, at what point do you feel like you can change the course of something? You know what I mean?
Well, real quick, hello, Jackie. Welcome to the show.
Oh.
So we're actually in the middle. We're wrapping up a conversation about the Mandela Effect. Do you know what that is?
I can't remember.
Don't worry, I think we all learned it in this conversation. So it's basically something that
Or last week.
collectively people have remembered and it didn't actually happen.
Like,
Okay.
people thought like Nelson Mandela died years ago before he did, or like people remember Sinbad being in a movie called Shazam and he never was. Things like that. So now we're talking about that in parallel dimensions. So
Do you
Darius,
believe in multiple
yes.
universes, parallel universes.
Do I believe in multiple universes?
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, I was like, are you asking?
yes,
I'm-
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna say no. I don't.
okay, Darius.
I don't.
Balls down here agrees with you. You know,
So I will ask you to explain deja vu.
I love it. Because I agree with you there.
So,
Because I
but
constantly have deja vu.
I mean, wouldn't that work against you though? Because if
No. Because you feel like something already happened when
Well,
it
I
happened.
think-
but in your parallel
So,
universe,
Not
it hasn't
just-
actually happened.
But I don't
You
think
made a
there's just
different
parallel.
choice.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question. Do you not
Could
only about
be
parallel
parallel
dimensions,
like this.
but do you think there's other dimensions period where timelines like in Avengers are at all different stages just in just multiple pocket universes?
No.
Okay.
There's
See,
only
I
one of
do.
me, unfortunately.
Thank you.
I do
I think it's
because
possible.
thank you, Tater. I do because one time my mother and I took a nap. It's real quick. My mother and I took a nap. We fell asleep and we woke up the next morning late for school and work. And we flipped the fuck out and we were about to get ready. And inexplicably, we both fell back asleep. Woke up. It was the night before. Now, I think I jumped parallel dimensions. Yeah, Jackie's like, oh my god, what did I walk into? And
No, I was gonna actually ask if you had taken anything before you went to bed.
we
No.
didn't because I was like 10 or 11.
She's like,
was-
drugs must
I
have been in
jumped-
play.
And my mother was
Like-
well past her pot days. My mother was well past her Woodstock LSD days.
Did you have
And-
a brownie before this nap?
No, but here's the thing. How did two people have the same dream then? Something got crossed. And it's weird because have you ever had the same dream as another person at the exact same time? Other than Balls fantasizing about me and me about him?
Well, that's still not the same dream. You're dreaming
Oh,
about each
yeah.
other.
Oh, no, it is.
Oh.
Anyway. So we have two people who believe it's possible. Wait, Ashley, what do you believe?
But
Do you
Yeah,
think-
she
Parallel
thinks it's
dimensions?
possible.
She believes it's possible. Yeah.
All right, so we're 3-3. Bex will be the deciding vote next week.
dun dun dun.
Moving on.
Okay, so I got to bribe her before the show.
For now.
Yeah.